What's going on, Melon Farmers? D-Mac back with another episode of the Sault Ste. Marie Snow franchise mode for NHL 22. If you haven't already scrolled and hit that like button, in this one, we are going to be doing the Year 9 off-season. It has been actually way too long since I've done one of these, and I kind of don't remember what happened in the last episode. Everything's been kind of nutty cuckoo bananas for the last little while, so I think one of the first things we're going to do is take a little recap from last year where we went 41, 35, and 6, finishing 7th out of 9 in our division. We only had 88 points, and that is simply not going to get it done. We did score more than we got scored against, but we still allowed over 3 goals against per game, which is absolutely unacceptable. I mean, we got 3.10 goals against per game, and that was actually better than the third place Buffalo Sabres, but Buffalo Sabres didn't allow as many goals. So definitely something to think about. Let's take a look at what everyone on this team did. I know a couple of people kind of regressed a little bit, attributes-wise, but you got someone like Rylan Austin, man. He was, 88 overall or something like that? Last season, I believe he was 88. And we put him up on that top line. He was playing 20 minutes a game, and he actually led the team with 70 points. That's his second 70-point season in a row. His rookie season, he didn't look super hot. Second year, 30 goals. Next year, he had 70 points, 33 and 37 for goals and assists. And the next year, 31 and 39. So he's a 30-goal scorer. I think those points, I think we can get them even higher. He's maybe not the quickest guy on earth, but it's like, look at his puck skills. You know what I mean? Like, this guy's unbelievable when it comes to puck skills. He fits everywhere on this team. He's got 2 more years left because I'm pretty sure this still includes last year. So he has 2 more years left at $6.1 million. We got Connor Bedard, who is a franchise player, but has kind of never played like one. You know what I mean? So he also doesn't really fit all that well on this team. $8.1 million. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think, honestly, maybe we move on from Connor Bedard. We find a real, number one. You know what I mean? Find a true number one center or whatever for this frickin' team. It's like, Connor Bedard's great and everything, but he's just never actually been that super number one guy. And that top line is Connor Bedard, who is a sniper, beside 2 very, very elite playmakers, and they're either keeping up with him or outplaying him. You know what I mean? So we had someone like Jermaine Trotter, who has over 400 points on this team. He's 26 years old. I mean, he's had down years where the one of the biggest problems with Jermaine Trotter has been he had 2 good seasons to start his career, missed 27 games with injuries, and actually had an unbelievable season, 2 full seasons, and then 1 absolutely destroyed by injuries, and now 2 full seasons. So if everything goes the way it has been since we drafted Jermaine Trotter 5th overall in 2021, 8 flipping years ago, he is about to have a really, really bad injury season. You know what I mean? Oh, man. Then we got Willie Nee, who took a massive step backwards this year. There was a time, he's been here for 6 years, man. And there was a time where he was, easily our best player. Look at this season. I mean, 82 games played, 23 goals, 60 assists, 83 points. That was his 1 year. That was his Taylor Hall Hart Trophy year. And it's been kind of a decline. It's been a decline every single year. Then next year he had 69, then 60, then 52. He hasn't quite played 1,000 games in the National Hockey League yet, but it's I don't know, man. William Nylander, one of the only things I could think is, we got to keep him down on that second line. He fits pretty well on that second line. We got him for 2 more years. I don't know. Put him out there with Tommy Sezikis, who had 47 points. It's kind of a step back for him, man. This is actually statistically the worst season he's had on this team. He's a sniper, fits perfectly on that second line. 1 year left at 4.3, so I ain't moving him anywhere. We also have Nikolai Ovechkin, who is that very EA-ified sniper. His awareness is kind of unbelievable. He does not get assists, But there is a chance. I mean, this is his second season in the National Hockey League. He played 74 games his first year, had 25 goals, and last year had 35 goals. So he has 60 career goals in his first 2 years, but he does not have 100 points. He's got 60 goals, 20 assists, 80 points in 154 games. So I don't know. The thing with him, it's like he was a first-round pick 4 years ago. And I mean, he's young. He's only 22 years old. Like, he could become like a medium elite player, and he could become, a 60 goal a year player. It's I don't know. It's hard to say, you know what I mean? And then we've got like Mikhail Sergachev. He's 30 years old now. He actually had a down year with 41 points, but he is basically the backbone of our defense, and we got him for 3 more years. Vicky Soderstrom, he's looking real solid as well. So I don't want to move like Sergachev is great. Soderstrom is great. And then after that, it kind of falls off the map, right? So I am really thinking about moving on from Jordan Greenway, who expires after this season. Jackie Boy Roslovic is 84 overall. Our team is getting very old. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's the thing, right? It's like Rossi's 32, and after this offseason, he has 4 years left under contract with this team. It's one of those things. I'm like, God, I don't know what you do with that, man. Mikko Peltola, he could be a top, I don't know. He could be a top 4 defenseman, I guess. He's an offensive defenseman. We also have Mo Seider, came in partway through the year. Yeah, we got him about 22 games into the season, something like that. But he really didn't do all that well. He doesn't seem like he's a huge point-producing defenseman. He fits on that second pairing relatively well. So obviously I don't want to move him. I am thinking of maybe moving on from like a Mikko Peltola. You know what I mean? We drafted him 7 years ago. I am thinking about moving on from him, grabbing someone who's a little better like defensively. You know what I mean? And then we've got Zach Sanford. I think we're going to have to update that fourth line. I think I'd like to keep Tate Locke. He has deficiencies in a lot of places, but he was a 7th overall pick 8 years ago. He's 26 years old. He's a good fourth line center. You know what I mean? He has the superstar X factors. He's great, fits perfectly on that fourth line. But I'm thinking people like Zach Sanford, and who was the other guy that we had there? It was, who are you? I know you ended up getting sent down here at some point. Oh, I don't think he ever actually played a game, though. So what we're going to do very quickly is, I think we need like new depth. You know what I mean? I think we need, that's pretty much it. I think we need new depth. I think our top 6, we need a big upgrade, like on our top line. I like Trotter and Rylan Austin on that top line, but I think we're going to need a new number 1 center, and Rylan Austin, maybe toss him down on the second line. But then it's like, what do you do with William Nylander, right? We would have Nylander, Austin, and like Tommy Cizikas. I could probably get like a +3 out of that. You know what I mean? And then we would have Jermaine Trotter. I would trade Connor Bedard for a true beast mode, like unbelievable number 1 center. And then you'd have to go through like free agency or something and find that special somebody to go beside him. You know what I mean? So there's always that. And then on defense, we would have Sergachev and Soderstrom. Oh yeah, we have Valimaki. I forgot about that. That's who we got. So which one fits? Well, they both fit the same. I was going to say which one fits better on that second pairing. I think it'd be Valimaki and Seider. And then we got like Kaigorodov. He fits relatively well. What is he? He's a 2-way defender. And we got like Maxim Koltsov. But I don't know where he fits. These guys are all expiring and they're all RFAs though. I think what you do with these guys, honestly, is pick one and keep them and use them as a spare. I'm thinking probably like Kaigorodov. I think he's less EAFI'd. He's a little better well, he's pretty EAFI'd actually. Which one is not at all, right? I think that's the big thing you gotta think about. Which one of them is not EAFI'd, and it actually turns out they all are. So it's like, what else do we got, right? Peyton Harper, 77 overall, 2-way defender. We drafted him last year, and he is not EAFI'd. His durability is not great. His physical game is not great. But everything else is kind of good. Like, his defense is great and everything. I'm kind of thinking about maybe call this kid up. I'm thinking Peyton Harper might make his NHL debut this year. We drafted him 2 years ago. He's probably about to turn 20. And I think he should be good to go to come up. You know what I mean? So I don't mind that whatsoever. All right. Now, what do we got in net? Oh, that is in the minors. Okay, so we got my boy Rocky Khan, who did not have that bad of a year. He is our starting goaltender. He had a 912, 2.72. You want to keep that defense really, really high, really, really stacked, right? Because he is the goalie of the future. He is starting, I believe it was a 2-year extension at $900,000 a year. Yup. Goes until 2030, 2031. Well, the end of 2030, 2031. And then in the minors, we have got Leon Gerber, who is a Florida Panthers draft pick 4 years ago. And we got my boy, Marcel Bourdon, 23 years old, 7th round pick. What a monster. I do want to look at some of our young guns here. What do we got? Like we got Cody Cooper. What do we have? Craig Cooper and Cody Cooper. We got both of them. This is a 2-way forward, very EAFI'd. There's not really much I can do with that. Ville Elinen, 2026 4th round pick. He's a playmaker. Another one, just EAFI'd, man. Kevin Korchinski, 3rd round pick in 2022 by the Ottawa Senators. Who's this? Joseph Hamilton, 1st round pick by the Red Wings. Kelvin Peterson, 2023 4th round pick, defensive defenseman. Malachi Nickerson. Oh, I love Malachi Nickerson. 16th overall pick. He's a sniper. He's slightly EAFI'd, but not horribly. What else do we got? Matty Tarvinen. Yeah, I remember him. 5th round pick 5 years ago. He was an overager, if I remember correctly. We got Brian Dalton, 2025 4th round pick. Another one. He's a sniper. Kind of EAFI'd, not too bad. We got Cedric Paquette. That's who it was. Cedric Paquette was... Pretty sure he played in the NHL last year. Yeah. 80 games, 21 points. 35 years old, and he is done. He is so done. He wants to come back, but he's so done. Oh, my goodness. So, hold on. What do we got? I'm going to say yes, just so I can see what we got. Okay, we got $19 million, and I am thinking about trading away Connor Bedard because he's just never been what he was supposed to be for us. You know what I mean? And then I'm going to go look at the draft board. This could be like a stupidly long episode. Like I see that we are over 13 minutes into this and I've done nothing. So we only have 4 picks, but we have our own 1st round pick, which is number 13. So what do we got? We were looking at this guy, Christian Nolan. He was scouted to be 15th at the draft, 44 points in 65 games. He's a 2-way defenseman. Shutdown ability, mobility, great puck mover, no weakness. He's 1 year out, top 4 defenseman. I'm actually pretty good with this, man. He's got superstar abilities. He's got X factors. I kind of like this guy. He's 17. He's already 6'2", 191. I think he could jump to 6'3", probably a little over 200 pounds. He's probably going to be a good, tough guy. Really solid defenseman. 1 year, and then I think he's pretty much a 3rd pairing guy. Maybe give him a little power play time. You know what I mean? And then we've got Vitaly Popov, another one, probably 2-way defenseman. Kind of looks more like a defensive defenseman, honestly. Heavy slap shot. No. Offensive instinct. So he's probably a 2-way defenseman. He could be elite. That is the only thing. You know, he could be an elite defenseman, but I don't know that I want to take that chance when Nolan is for sure 1 year out, top 4 guy. I don't want to take the chance, right? We could move up and get someone like a Gavin McDonough. He's another one, defenseman, great puck mover, shutdown ability, heavy slap shots, superstar X factors. Or I could go for someone like Leonardo Rowe. He's a little guy. He is a playmaking left winger, magic hands, franchise potential, NHL ready. You know what I mean? Another one, Skylar Fawcett. NHL ready, medium elite. What I really want, though, is like an NHL ready power forward. You know what I mean? But no, Nolan, I think Christian Nolan is the guy we're going to go for. I might move on from someone like a Connor Bedard and maybe get the 1st overall pick with it. I don't know if I want to do that because I did get crap in the comments at one point from someone who was like, oh, I was into the series until you cheesed it and got like franchise players at the draft. So I think, it's very unlikely that a team is going to give up the number one pick. But at the draft, when I get into the draft, I think what I might do is trade Connor Bedard for a player or something, or I might trade him for a whole bunch of draft picks in the future. I might move Connor Bedard for a player and picks. You know what I mean? I think that's what I might do. But yeah, I think we're going to go for that Nolan kid. He's 1 year out. You give him 1 year to get better, and then year 10, I think he's probably going to be on the team. So we're going to go advanced day. I just looked at the draft class, so no problems there. View retired players. This is always a sad moment. Sid the Squid Crosby decides to hang up the skates in 2028, 2029, playing for Seattle, where he had 81 points. Oh my goodness. So when he left Pittsburgh, he had a down year in Pittsburgh, minus 34. Oof. So he decides to go to Boston, where he absolutely has a resurgence of his career. Then in 25-26 has a season plagued with injuries. Oof, that's rough, especially so late in your career, right? Then he has a bit of a bounce back, 61 points. Last year, 77 games played, 71 points. And this year plays pretty much the whole season and is above a point per game. Absolute monster, 1,863 career points. That's kind of insane. So good for you, Sid the Squid. Patty, oh no. He also had a 100-point season his last year in Chicago. Oh my goodness, man. That's kind of wild. Then what a drop off though, eh? 19 goals, 48 assists, minus 5. So he dropped from 100 points to 67 in 1 year. But then again, it's like a couple years earlier, he had 69. So that looked like a bit of a drop off. Had a big bounce back, signs probably a 1 year contract in Calgary, maybe. Yeah. So he signs a 1 year contract in Calgary. Nick Backstrom retires. Ryan O'Reilly. Artemi Panarin. He did make it to 1,000 points in this game. Stoney, Hedman, oof, Tarasenko, Gali, Josh Bailey, Kyle Palmieri, Riley Smith, Roman Josi, Torrey Krug, Mike Hoffman, Jakob Silverberg, Oliver Ekman-Larsson, Ryan Strome, Tommy Tater, Brian Russ, Jason Zucker, Chris Kreider, Victor Arvidsson, Ryan Ellis, Kalle Yarncroke, Vlad Nemesnikov, Nino Niederreiter, Charlie Coyle, Hampus Lindholm, Yanni Gord, Colton Parayko, Marcus Foligno, Brett. This is too depressing. I gotta stop looking. Who else? Markstrom, Soup, DeSmith, Phoenix Copley, Calvin Pickard, Anton Forsberg, Scott Wedgwood, Max Lagacy, Casimir Kaskasuo, Spenny Martin, Merrick Langhammer. Yeah, so the goalies were a lot less depressing, but the players that retired were quite depressing. Oh, man, what do we think? We're going to get, like, Victor Hedman as a freaking... Go get Vicky Hedman as a coach? All right, continue simming. We're going to get right to the draft. We got to get through this damn draft, man. But like I said, this year, it's like we got to take our time. We got to go nutty cuckoo bananas. We got to go through free agency, beef up this team like crazy. Like, is that something I should try and do? I think I have him watch listed. Pretty sure I do. Yeah, DMAC is like just miles above, That's the only problem, right? 24-year-old D to the flippin' Mac is just like a mile and a half above where he'd be. He fits the forward line, fits the penalty kill, and he would be 1 year at over $11 million. So if I traded Connor Bedard for D to the Mac, I'm going to have to throw something pretty spectacular in on top of that. I'm going to have to give up a lot to try and get him. But I am thinking about maybe trying it. I'm not going to try too hard. I'm not going to make it, brutally one-sided or nothing. So what I'm going to do is sim to pick 13. All right, nobody took my guy. Pick number 8 was a medium elite. Clifford Reardon, or Ridden, or however you actually pronounce that, is an 80 overall defensive defenseman. Wow, what a pick. That's a brilliant pick, man. All right, so what I'm going to do is call a timeout and then probably call another timeout. So there, we got like 12 and a half minutes on the clock. I'm going to say offer trade. Oh, God. What team was it again? What team does he play for? Didn't he play for like Detroit or something? Pretty sure D to the Mac plays for like, yeah, it was Detroit. Okay. He is a freaking franchise player, man. My goodness. So I would have to give them Connor Bedard, and I would probably have to give them more, like a lot more on top of that. You know what I mean? So it's like, who are we moving, right? We got this guy, low elite, Vyacheslav Antropov, right defenseman. He's 21 years old, picked up in 2026, two-way defender, EAified stats, so I'm not overly heartbroken about that, you know. But then we are most certainly we're going to have to give them like, you know, a third round pick next year, probably a second round pick the year after to make it more even. And I really don't think they're going to do it. Trade rejected. Yeah. So we're going to have to give them more than that. Where's my guy here? I wanted to move on from Jordan Greenway, but now they have too much in the organization. I think what you got to do is honestly remove those and toss in like next year's first. You know what I mean? And then I would have to like take on something. What about like oh no, that's not gonna work, eh? Let's say a Cam Fowler. He fits pairing 3. My goodness. Well, I could take him. Yeah, I could take him and just like not re-sign him. Trade reject. They're not gonna give up D to the Mac. All right. So I need to get I need to find like a bad team, right? You know what I mean? Um oh no, now we're looking like this again. All right. To move Connor Bedard. You got to figure out who wants him and who can afford, like who I'm not going to have to take a crap load of money back for. You know what I mean? Um, Someone like a Minnesota, they're probably not a great team. Who's this guy? Damian Layton, 91 overall, medium elite potential center, monstrous center, two-way forward, fits bottom 6. That's no good. Nathan Gaucher, high elite potential, monstrous guy, power forward, fits line 1, but he's expiring. Carson Lambos, two-way defender, fits pairing 1. No. Rossi, I would most certainly be going for like 3 years at least worth of frickin' I'd be going for like 3 years worth of first round picks for Connor Bedard. The only thing is, it's like, well, we got to give Connor Bedard, you know, we got to give him to a bad team, and it's like, no, you really don't though, because you know that team's gonna be really good after. So who's more Oh my God, JT Miller, fits line 4. He is expiring though, so it's like whatever. Like I just don't re-sign him. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. I'm really on the fence about this one. I'm like Connor Bedard is a great hockey player that's not working here. But also, you know what? I'm kind of thinking take Connor Bedard, move him off center, take him away from center, put him on the wing, and see if that helps at all. Just go out and get a new center. You know what I mean? So it was New Jersey. Something I do want to look into is all right. So we got to turn this around. I want that defenseman, man. Copstalls. Cole Copstalls, man. He was the one, right? Defensive defenseman. Guy's an absolute unit under a freaking entry level contract. Who would I have to move to get him? It'd have to be someone like Sergachev, right? Oh, man, that's a tough one. Like, I don't want to move Sergachev. I feel like I would move like Valimaki and a draft pick, or like Valimaki and Antropov, a young defensive prospect, and like Juuso Valimaki. What about this young defensive prospect and like Moritz Seider, maybe? You know what I mean? We only had Moritz Seider for under a year, but it kind of didn't work. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, I do want to look at him again. He was a +5. He was a +9 on our team. He just didn't put up a ton of points. That's the only thing, right? unless we were to move like, he had 53 points on the third line. I don't want to move him. Willie Nee is in the big time decline, and he's very expensive, though. You know what I mean? So if I took on like Kopstalls, Antropov, and Nylander, Willie Nee, man, for Kopstalls, and I'll take on that expiring contract. It was for $8.9 million, wasn't it? Yeah, $8.9 million for JT Miller. I won't bring him back, but I'm going to want draft picks on top here. They have the 27th pick at the draft. Could we throw that in? Probably not. I would make this trade, though, to get that young elite defenseman. He's going to be a top 4 guy for us this year. He's a defensive defenseman. He's going to be a better shutdown guy. Let's see if it works. Trade rejected, so I would have to add... What if I added a 3rd round pick next year? Maybe even that out just a little bit. I'm taking a lot of money off your freaking top line here. I don't know that 1st round pick this year is going to work. I might be able to get away with the 2nd round pick. Trade rejected. It's not going to happen, eh? I want at least like a 2nd round pick, though. But basically, this trade is William Nylander for Kopstalls. This defenseman, he's very EA-ified. I don't know that I ever use him. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he's got good awareness, defensive awareness. That's it. He's got no physical. He's got no poise, no discipline. You know, terrible shooter, terrible shot, bad acceleration, no balance. You know what I mean? It's like he's so EA-ified. It's like I'm never going to use him, or I'm never going to want to use him. But then this guy, Cole frickin' Kopstalls, it's like, look at how well-rounded he is. He looks fantastic. He was the 2nd overall pick a year ago. That's wild. Will this work? Trade rejected. I'm going to have to add a sweetener. We kind of figured that, though. I'll throw that 3rd round pick in there and see if we can get this done. Rejected. Wow. What if we lose draft picks? Trade rejected. Wow. They just really... Well, I understand it, man. I do get it. He's a young defenseman. You don't want to do it. Yeah. Man, that's rough. I get it, though. I understand. I wouldn't want to give him up either. We do kind of have to make this pick, though. So I'm thinking I'm just going to make the pick. We're going to... Man, what do I want to do? You know what? The more time has gone on, the more I'm like, no. You know what? It's silly to get rid of Connor Bedard because he's a franchise sniper. That's gold. But we need to figure out something that's going to work. So I'm going to take this Christian Nolan kid with the 13th overall pick. Now his Central Scout ranking moved and he went to 14th, so he's moving up. But I'm going to take him. Boom. 73 overall, medium, top 4 defenseman. Doesn't look too EA-ified. He's very fast. I'll give him that. He's only 73 and he has 84 speed. But it looks like nothing's too horribly out of line here. I think by the time he's 76, 77 overall, I bet you that defensive awareness is like 83, 84. You know, I think his shot blocking will be just fine. His puck control should be up around 80, and that's all that really, really matters. I'm totally happy with that pick. Very, very satisfied with that pick. We've also got pick number 13 of the 2nd round, where we got Robert Blomstrand, 2-way forward, 3 years out, medium, top 9. Jude Doughty, love the name. George Langlois, I don't know how to pronounce that. So I can't pick you because I can't pronounce your name. Who else did we have? Georges Lahou. Is he a power forward? He could be. He could be a power forward. 3 years out. J.C. Langenbrunner. What else do we got? Could have Eddie Hewitt. Could be an elite goaltender. 4 years out, like Braden Holtby. Melvin Hensick. What a name. 18-year-old frickin' defenseman. 6'1", 176. Defensive zone play. No weakness. 4 years out. But he could have a superstar X factor, man. That'd be kind of neat, eh? But that's the 59th pick. We could also get this Hewitt kid. He could be something special, but we do have our goalie of the future, so I don't want to worry about that too much. Nicholas Iverson. Georges Langlois. Blah, blah, blah. The only reason why I almost want to go for Robert Blomstrand is because I know what he is. You know what I mean? I know 100% what this guy is. He's a left wing, two-way forward, probably a third liner at best. It's like at the time that he grows maximum, he could be 81, 82 overall, could be a third or fourth liner for me. I kind of want to take a flyer on this guy, but at the same time, I kind of don't. We also got Gordy Scuderi. He's a little guy, eh? Must bulk up, medium, top 9. You know what? We got to go for Blomstrand. I'm going to be pissed about this Langlois kid. Yeah, 64 overall, two-way forward. I'm going to sim a couple picks. Doughty, medium, top 9. Yeah. So here it is. Okay, medium, top 6D. I'm not too upset about that. Sim to pick 112. Fourth round pick. What do we got, baby? Brandon Tanev? Billy Tanev. All right. He should start a band. Billy Tanev. Gordy Hilbert. 20 years old. He's an overager. 4 years out. Nah, I doubt he's top 4, though. I've had great luck with Stasiaks in the past. He's a goaltender. We don't know much about him. I was thinking this Billy Tanev kid, man. He's like 5 years out. Could be elite. What else do we got here? Looking around. Well, we got Raymond Getzlav. 18-year-old defenseman, 4 years out. He's got superstar X Factor. He looks like he's got a couple of them. What do we think? Take a chance on this defenseman? He's got the X Factors, right? Could be something special. Could be a total bust, but he could be something special. I'm gonna take a pick. Low top 6. That's brutal. He doesn't have any X Factors. Fail. Epic fail. Oh my. With the 15th pick of the 7th round, the Ottawa Senators and he's massive. Oh, he's a monster. Oh, this is criminal. That makes my heart sad, man. So what do we have for potential? That's what we're going to go based on, right? So we got low elite. Oh, we got this guy, Mikhail Turikov. 4 years out. Could be low elite. Good leader. Brian Ritchie. Oh, look at that size of him, man. Bad character. Can't be having that. I already had this guy watch listed, so we're going to take a flyer on him. Here we go. Boom. Low 7th D. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, my goodness. That's terrible. We got 4 guys. Nolan's going to be a beast. After that, I don't care. Whatever. I think we got like quite a few good prospects here. You know what I do want to do, actually? I'm going to go back to points, and I'm going to go back to the minors. Like I said, it's been like freaking almost a month since I recorded franchise mode. So I do want to go back and look at some of these guys and see who the best looking folks are here. Manny Tervainen. A lot of these guys are like getting older, man. You know what I mean? A lot of these guys are kind of getting up there. Jorge Purcell, 2nd round pick. He's 72. Howard Goddard, 3rd round pick. 22 years old. Calvin Peterson. Gustav Gogalev, low top 9. Vitaly Zykov. Cody Calvert, low top 6. 3rd round pick. Brian Dalton. Malachi Nickerson is pretty much the best looking prospect we have at the moment. And he was taken 16th overall 3 years ago. Basically the best looking prospect we got. He was absolutely catastrophically bad, though. Tuomas Lume, 6th round pick. Slav Antropov. Low elite, 2-way defender. Valery Nazarov. No. Joey Hamilton. It's been so long. I don't even remember who I have here. Antti Lidman, low top 4 defensive defenseman. And yeah, in net, Gerber looked fine. Marcel Bourdon really didn't play a lot of games, though. I mean, he's never been our star. That was his first year in the AHL. Never mind. All right. What about our unsigned guys? I need to go, oh, wow, did they ever have a bad year? Nobody looked good on this team last year. So, yeah, I don't know. The more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm looking at it. 28, 29. Yeah. So that just finished. So Soderstrom doesn't want to come back. I could always move on from Soderstrom, and I could look for that big, like, another, like, elite defenseman, someone who can sit beside Sergachev and get stuff done, you know what I mean? So Soderstrom, maybe you let him go. What did he do? 40 points, though. I don't want to let him go. But he doesn't want to come back. What would he want? 10 million? Get out of my life. But yeah, anyway, that's not why we're here. I'm here to look at, like, unsigned people. So we got my Nolan kid there. Who else do we have that's unsigned? Not a lot of people. Valery Zubov. Yeah. Who else do we got? Jan Ozens. 19 years old. Another sniper. We got a lot of snipers. Gustav Skomutov. Reed Bertuzzi. Davis Peters. 4th round pick a couple of years ago. Jamie Muzzin, 6th round pick a couple years ago. What else do we got? Actually, not as good as you'd think of prospects, man. It's like, Jesus, D-Mac, what have you been doing for 9 years? No, well, 8 years. This is year 9. All right, so we're going to go to the re-sign phase, figure out who we want. Oh, wait, we got scouts. Got to sign some scouts, man. Oh, and it's all the expensive ones. We have 580. That guy was 180, so this guy 180. That's 360, man. We got, 2 more? We got to re-sign. We got just over 200,000. So this guy, 63, not bad. And Vicky Lashek. Vicky Lashek. There you go. Sorry. Graylinger, Nikolai Ovechkin is going to be an RFA. We got a bunch of restricted free agents that I'm like, I got to figure out what the heck we want to do here. So we're going to go all expiring. Nikolai Ovechkin, I absolutely do not want to lose him. Zach Sanford, he can go. That's a 4th liner. Oleg Kaigorodov, I think he was the guy I said I think we're going to hold on to, right? He's got no wheels at all. He actually played this past year. He's got decent defensive awareness, so I kind of want to hold on to him as a spare. Cole Fonstad, doesn't he? Well, I can't see where he fits now. Jesus. So he doesn't want to come back? Then you're gone, buddy. Maxim Koltsov, not overly worried about. You can go. Passy Ramo, you can go, buddy. Korchinski, Kevin Korchinski, 2-way defender. I'm not interested, man. Climber, you can go. Your career's over. I've officially ruined that. Release. What else do we got? A lot of these guys I am going to be hanging on to, but okay, so we'll start off with the rookies. We'll start off with the kids, like Gus Komutov. I'm going to offer him an entry-level deal. Peterson, low top. I'm going to offer this guy a deal. Good old defenseman. Another one, good defenseman. Jamie Muzzin, going to offer him a contract, entry-level deal. This Kluche kid, Bernard Kluche, 2-way forward, 7th round pick a couple years ago. I don't think I'm even going to offer him a contract. I'm just going to let him go. Jorge Purcell, qualify. Reese Flaherty, I'll qualify him. Matty Tarvinen, yeah, obviously going to qualify him. Kelvin Peterson, I don't know, man. Maxim Koltsov, I'll qualify him. Kelvin Peterson, yeah, I'll qualify him. Oleg Kaigorodov, yeah, I'll qualify him as well. We got Mikko Peltola. Him, it's like I want to re-sign him because he has value. I might be able to move Peltola. I don't know that I want him, you know? Nikolai Ovechkin, I'm going to wait until the end and do it. But I think, honestly, you know what? I got to let Vicky Soderstrom go because he wants $10 million a year and he's not an elite defenseman. You know what I mean? But Nikolai Ovechkin, I'm going to have to come back to him. And Graylinger is a backup goaltender. He played 21 games. He didn't look overly hot. He has no poise whatsoever. I think one of the best things we could do is honestly get a backup that's really good. Like a really high-end backup. You know what I mean? So you know what? I think we're going to get rid of, what was his name? Carl Graylinger? I don't know. One or the other, man. But yeah, we're going to come back for Nikolai Ovechkin. So we're going to get to the end of free agency. We'll get all of our scouts back and everything. Yep, Aurora, Vicky. There's Vicky. We got one more to go. Jamie Muzzin's coming on board. Komutov, Peters. Come on, everybody sign up, man. Sign in with me, man. Got to get to the last day of the re-sign phase, and then we're going to move some guys around. You know what I mean? We're going to move a couple guys around. See what we can accomplish here. So I'll go back to all expiring. Nikolai Ovechkin, now I'm going to qualify you as an RFA. A lot of these guys are probably going to start signing pretty soon. We're going to sim to the next day. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Oh my God, it's just great. It's so fine. Here we go. View contracts. Now, who is eligible for an extension? Tommy Cizikas. Well, we'll see how you feel at the end of the year. Gerber, our next best guy. Okay, so I'm really hoping Rocky Khan jumps a little bit to begin next year. He's 24 years old. I'm really hoping he jumps a little. He had a good year, considering how bad of a season we had as a team. What I need to do for Rocky Khan is I need to get him a really good backup goalie, someone who can get us a lot of wins when Rocky Khan's not in the net. Rocky Khan played 60-something games. He had over 30 wins. He won more than half the games he played. But I do want to go view contracts really quickly, see what we got for forwards, right? So Connor Bedard I'm going to put on the wing instead of center. So we got our sniper. He doesn't fit overly well, though. But then you got Jermaine Trotter, who does fit very well. Rylan Austin is going to end up on that second line. So we need a number one center. That's one of the main things we need here. Number one center. Then we'll have Rylan Austin, probably Tommy Cizikas, and I don't know, man. What do? You put like Jack Roslovic up there? Alex Nylander or something? You can have Rylan Austin, Tommy Cizikas, and Alex Nylander. And then William Nylander maybe goes by the wayside a little bit. Or you do Rylan Austin, Willie Nee, and Tommy Cizikas. No, we need a number two center. Third line, you would have Alex Nylander, Jack Roslovic, and Jordan Greenway, I guess. 86 poise, 86 poise, 86 poise. A lot of poise on that third line right there. Tristan Locke would be our one guy on the fourth line. So we would need to go find a fourth line and a number one and number two center. So we got winger. We need a center. Winger. We need a center. Willie Nee, I don't know what happens. Then we got the full third line. We'll put Jack Roslovic as the center of our third line. And then we need two wingers for a fourth line. Okay, number one center, number two center is what we need. Number one center, number two center, two fourth line wingers. So we need four forwards. On defense, we've got Mikhail Sergachev, and we need a guy to go with him. Then on the second pairing, we have Valimaki and Sider. I think I might call up this Peyton Harper kid. And we're maybe going to have to find... Oh, yeah, we got Mikko Peltola too, right? But Mikko Peltola, I think I'm going to trade him away. His rights, I think I'll trade his rights. And we need to find a really good defenseman to go on that third pairing with the kid, Harper. What is he again? Two-way defender. Okay, so we'll find a two-way defender or a defensive defenseman. So we need 6 players from free agency, but we also need a backup goalie, and I'm probably going to move William Nylander's contract, because that's an extra like $8 million we get. So let's see what we have in free agency. We don't have to get everything in free agency, you know what I mean? But we could get someone like, he's a playmaker. I don't want a playmaker, you know what I mean? What do we got here? Matt Siemens, power forward. He's a right winger. 27-year-old power forward. He has 78 points last year. Not a good center. Doesn't fit anywhere anyway. What else do we got? Daze? No. Sebastian Aho would be fantastic. Two-way forward. Brilliant center. We would have a playmaker, sniper, two-way forward. Fits line 4. Gosh darn. That's why I said, like, we need a center for our top line here. Oh, man. Soderstrom, now he wants under 10 million at least. No one's interested in Vicky Soderstrom, though. Okay, so first off, we're going to go for defenseman. What do we got? You imagine. Do you imagine Markov, defensive defenseman, fits top 4. What does he want? 12 million. I'm not looking for that. What else do we got? Mikko Peltola. Mikko Peltola wants $6 million. You're an imbecile. Noah Juleson seems like a good fit, maybe. I don't know. They want too much money. That's the problem. Ville Heinola, two-way defender, fits everywhere. He wants 3 years at 3.2. I'll say like a Marcus Nudivara, but he's going to drop, man. Fits on the penalty kill and pairing 3. He's an older defenseman. He's got halfway decent poise, good defensive awareness, but I don't want someone that old, right? I'd be more interested in someone like a Ville Heinola who fits everywhere. So I think, well, you know what? Let's keep going. Let's see what else we got. Connor Murphy's too old, you know? Nicholas Klimchuk. It's another interesting one to look at. Very EAified. Don't want that. What else we got? Vlad Gavrikov. Oh my God, he's still kicking in this game, eh? Pairing 2. Voice is starting to go on me a little bit here. Might have to take a half-hour break. I don't want anyone under 80 overall. I also don't want Sami Niku. The problem is what they want for defensemen right now, man. I don't know. I almost want to go for like Marcus Nudivara. But at the same time, I kind of don't. Because he's 35, he'll be turning 36. By the end of the season, he could be like 77 overall. And that's absolutely not what you want. So I'm kind of thinking like a Ville Heinola, baby. But what if I was to offer him... Oh, he wants more money then. I have to get him for 3 years. We'll give him 50 grand more than he wants. 3.25 for 3 years. And all skaters. Oh, man. Like I said, the problem is we need a number 1 center. We need, like, Sebastian Aho. It says he could fit line 4. Oh, yeah, I forgot. We got Drew Doughty. I don't know that I want... Oh, hold on. Newhook. Marty Nietzsche's. Jared McCann. We need a number 1 center, baby. Or at least someone who can play the role. You know what I mean? Johnny Hockey. Who's this guy? Oh, he's a snipe. John Bowie. He's an RFA anyway. You're not going to get him. Johnny, could you imagine 1 year of Johnny Huberdeau? My goodness. Bauer. I'm almost like thinking about this guy. He wants a lot. No, never mind. He doesn't fit anywhere. We got Nick Suzuki. Doesn't fit anywhere. My goodness. I might have to go for a trade on this one, man. You know what I mean? Might have to do a trade on this one. I said we need a second line center as well, right? Who's this guy? David Finley, second line sniper. No one seems to fit on this team. What if no. What about like a Morgan Frost? I don't need a playmaking center though. Who do I have on that second line? On the second line, I got Rylan Austin and Tom Cizikas. That's who I got on the second line. Man. All right, well, you know what? First thing we got to look at here, again, is like defenseman. Kind of looking at this going like the best looking guy we got is honestly like Vicky Soderstrom. Because we got our coach based on how well he fit. I don't want to pay him $10 million a year though, man. I tell you that. Instead of 4, how about I give you 3 years? It's a good way to get his price down, eh? See, he's got no teams interested. So 8.4 for 3 years. Kind of fine with it. Like I said, I need a center. So we got 2 defensemen we've offered contracts to. We're going to go back to forwards. We're going to go based on overall. Going to go down and get some overpowered veteran fourth liners. Or like an Oliver Sunny, Fits top 6. Colin White. There you go. I need someone who fits on the bottom 6, man. Someone who fits bottom 6. Dennis Malgin, Troy Terry, my boy Nikolai Ovechkin. Oh, that's right. I wanted to bring him back too. Nikolai Ovechkin, it's like I'm almost tempted to put him on like the 4th line and just put him on the freaking power play. With like, oh, here you go. Troy Terry fits on that 4th line. Oh, man, is he ever good? You imagine, though, eh? Troy Terry on the 4th line. What does he want? 3.3. Do we have any young grinders anywhere? Not overly. Eh? Grinders are hard to find, though. We got Zach Sanford is like the only grinder in the world. Grinders, the dying breed. Oh, this guy's mine. Cameron Craig. That's right. I traded him to Detroit. He's terrible. So what else we got? We're going to go back up here a little bit. We like 2-way forwards like Victor Hadfield. 2-way forward left winger. Fits line 2. We don't need that. We need not Josh Anderson. Riley Tuft. Power forward. Not good defensively. That's why I want guys that are a little better than that. Like, Brock Nelson. He's got no poise whatsoever. Michael Rasmussen. Shane Pinto. There you go. 2-way forward. He's not amazing, but he fits line 4. Wants $1.5 million for a year. We got a grinder. 2-way forward. If we could find a power forward, that'd be great. I'll get Shane Pinto for that 4th line. I've noticed that they are making 4th liners, or they're making grinders fit better with a lot of other players now in this game. And now we want like an overpowered veteran, you know, not a Daniel Sprong. Like, what about like a Ryan Donato? Fits line 4. Left wing / center. What else do we got? It's like I like having... Maybe go for a Ryan Donato for a year. You know what I mean? I like having a veteran on that 4th line. Someone who's got halfway decent poise. I mean, who else do we got? Frankie V. Oh, baby. But he fits line 1. He's not going to fit line 4. Julien Gauthier. Fits line 1. Hank Borgstrom. Jaden Schwartz. Josh Hosang. Oh, my God. That's awesome. Andreas Janssen. There's a veteran guy, but he's got no poise. That's why I want the veterans, right? They have the poise. Well, golly. Fits line 4. Still no poise. Guy's still garbage. He's still just terrible. No, you know what? I'm kind of looking at... where'd he go? Ryan Donato. I think Ryan Donato would be a decent 4th line pickup for us. $2.5 million. I'll give you 2.6 for your 33. I don't want to lock you down too long here. I'll get Ryan Donato for 1 year. And it's gonna have to be like 2.7. There you go. I said I need a goalie. I need a backup goalie, like a damn good one, like Capo Kakinen. He's got a lot of poise. I think someone like a Capo Kakinen, man, that guy will win you a couple games. Who else do we got? Jake Ottinger, baby, but he's a starter. We don't need that. Eunice Corpusalo. We got Stuart Skinner. Did we already have Stuart Skinner? Didn't we have him already? Yeah, he was our friggin' backup goalie for 100 years. He was never that bad for us. We sent him to Colorado where he was a good starter, and then they put him in the A. That's brutal, man. Oh, that's criminal. It's like I almost want to get him just to bring his career back. Oh, no. No, I was looking at Capo Kakinen. I think maybe we go with him for 2 years. I'll give you 1.65, so you sign with my team. So what did we need? We need 2 centers. Yeah, we needed a number 1 center, a number 2 center, a couple fourth liners, which we got the fourth liners. We got our number 1 defenseman. We're just going to bring Victor Soderstrom back. Hopefully. I hope he signs with us. We got the fourth liners. We got a defenseman. What else did we get? I'm going to be bringing back Nikolai Ovechkin as well. So I'm thinking we move on from William Nylander kind of thing. You know what I mean? I think that's what we're going to end up having to do is move on from Willie Knee. Let's just advance a couple days and let's see who says yes and who says no. So they want Cameron Cooper and a 6th for a 3rd and a 7th. No. Not even interested. Capo Kakinen, we officially have an actual honest-to-God backup goaltender. Shane Pinto, he's coming in. Ryan Donato, we got him. Okay. Ville Heinola on defense. Perfect. Now we're just waiting on Soderstrom. Soderstrom decides to go to Vancouver. So we do need to find that like number 1 defenseman kind of thing still. Oof. All right, so what do we got? We got like Pionk is pretty much the best defenseman we're going to get. Who's this? Oh, yeah, he's an RFA, so there's not much you can do there. Andrei Burakovsky, yeah. Jared McCann. Tyler Seguin. Oh, wow. Nuge, he's 36. Great poise. Fits line 3. Wants $5 million for 2 years. That's brutal. Razzie Anderson. Didn't we have him as well? What, didn't he play on this team or something? Was it him or was it someone else? No, it wasn't him. There was someone like him that like played on our team for a long time. Man. All right. Well, you know what? I'm going to have to do some looking around here. I'm going to have to try and find a buyer for William Nylander. We have a lot of older players on this team now. I'm going to have to try and find a buyer for William Nylander. We'll see what we can accomplish. All right. So you know what? I had a couple of minutes. I took a few minutes off to let my voice kind of relax and come back a little bit. And the more I think about it, I'm going to take a very quick look one more time at our contracts. We're going to go forwards. You know what? We're going to have to stick with Connie Bedard as our number 1 center. Our top line is probably going to end up being like Bedard, Trotter, and Rylan Austin again. The more I think about it, Rylan Austin's easy. He fits everywhere on this team. But Bedard, Trotter, and Austin, they do get a pretty good line bonus as much as I don't like it. You know what I mean? And we're probably going to go with Tommy Cizikas and crikey, who else, right? Tommy Cizikas and I'm going to say like Alex Nylander or something on that second line. What about like Jackie Boy? Nah, not Jack. Alex Nylander fits very, very well. I am going to look for like another power forward that fits really well on that second line or something. I want to get a center. That's what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to look at a place to move William Nylander for a second line center. And then I'm going to look at trading out. Who was it? RFAs, all expiring. Who was that guy? Was it Nikolai Ovechkin? No, I'm not gonna trade Nikolai Ovechkin. Wasn't there that defenseman? Or did he sign? No, he didn't. Where the hell did that guy go? I swear I qualified like an 82 overall defenseman or something. Anyway, I don't know. Whatever. Regardless, I'm going to move William Nylander and probably a prospect for like a big time second line center, you know what I mean? And then probably look for one more top 4 defenseman is probably what I'm going to look for. If I have to, I will use Juuso Välimäki up on that top pairing with Mikhail Sergachev. We've done it before. It's fine, but we are going to need another top 4 defenseman, and then we're going to get Ville Heinola and Peyton Harper are going to be the guys on that third pairing for this season. Ville Heinola is a perfectly acceptable defenseman, 3.25 for 3 years. I'm not overly nuts about it, but He should help Peyton Harper grow quite well. Peyton Harper had an unbelievable season last year. We're going to stick with my guy Rocky Khan, and on top of that, we are going to be going with Capo Kakinen as our backup goaltender. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to player search, and I'm going to look for like second line centers. So we'll go position, forward, player role, second line forward. Oh, I can't even, can I just, oh yeah, player type. Let's look for like a power forward, second line power forward. Yeah, let's go for that. Second line power forwards. It's got to be a good couple, eh? Ooh, Brady Tkachuk. I wish he was a center. He fits line 4. Matty C, no. What about Gaucher? Second line center. He fits like line 1. But he's got high elite potential. What about this guy? Ryan Chisholm. He's 31. Fits line 1. Pavel Zacha. That'd be fun. Fits line 1. Mason McTavish would be fantastic. Fits line 4. Oh. Joel Swift. 6'5", 236. 24-year-old. Does not fit anywhere. What about Quentin Byfield? That'd be fantastic. Fits line 4. Gosh darn, man. Alex Tuck. Ooh, he's so old, though. He's not a great center. We got Gabe Landeskog. He's got 90 poise, but he fits line 3. Yesa. Fits line 1. Corey Patan. Okay. Low elite right wing power forward. He fits line 2, and it's like he could be a center, but I don't know if I'd want to go with someone like that. What else? No, that's it, eh? Man. Gosh darn. All right, so instead of a power forward, what if we went for a two-way forward? Someone really, really solid defensively. What about like, oh, this guy's an RFA. Jonathan Ciara. 20 years old, two-way forward. He's a right winger. Fits top 6. Bobo. Did we already have Bobo? I feel like we did, didn't we? Or was that a different... Oh my God, what is happening? That must have been like last year's franchise mode. Oh, Joel Eriksson Ek. Oh, he'd be fantastic, eh? No poise, though. Top 6 and the penalty kill. 2 years, 8.8. He's a good center. Nick Schmaltz. Not a great face-off guy, though. Braden Letowski. What we want, though, here's the thing. We frickin' line 3. What we want is someone relatively young. You know what I mean? Forward line 2, all penalty kill lines. Robert Thomas. Khalil Corey. Wow. 24 years old, two-way forward. Fits. Power play line 2. I just almost got excited for a minute there. Yegor Sharangovich. That'd be fantastic. Another one, two-way forward. Doesn't fit anywhere. Gosh darn, Christian Dvorak. He's getting up there, though. I wouldn't want someone like Christian Dvorak. He's way too old, man. What about Dylan Cousins? 28 years old. Fits bottom 6. Kempe, no. Nils Hoglander? He's 28. Two-way forward. He's on left wing / right wing. Ooh, the forgotten Cody Glass. We could get him for 1 year. Oh, man. Who else? I just want to take a quick look here before we get too far. Oh, Danny Zhilkin. He's a decent forward. Forward line 2, penalty kill line 2. 5 years, 6.9, but he's 86 overall, and he's only 25 years old. I like it, kind of. You know what I mean? I can kind of dig it, man. I went for Zhilkin from the Montreal Canadiens, and I will give you William Nylander. You imagine if we could make this work? Just straight up William Nylander for Danny Zhilkin. Zhilkin's 25, Nylander's 33. The only thing is, you go to Willie Nee, is 86 poise. What does Zhilkin have? 85. That's not that bad at all. Okay, I can deal with that. And now Zhilkin can be like our number 1 penalty killer. You know what I mean? So that is definitely something fun to look at. Now, can we make it happen? Trade rejected. We'd have to add a sweetener. So what are we gonna do? I'm not giving you Nikolai Ovechkin. Is there any prospects that I'm not super sold on hanging on to? You know what I mean? Who was it? What about Ozens? He's not horribly EA-ified. Cody Cooper is. I will give you Cody Cooper along with William Nylander for Shilkin. Trade rejected. Wow. Okay. So I'd have to add even more. All right. Are there any... What if I threw a 5th round pick in 2031 in there? Trade rejected. They don't want to do it. Man, that is not fun. What if we made like a mega trade with them? Can we find... Let's see. Can we find like a top 4 defenseman? Like Ryan Pulock? He has like no poise whatsoever. What about like a Timmy Liljegren? 86 poise. Really good defensively. Fits in the power play. That sucks. Who else do we got? No one, eh? Gosh darn. All right, you know what? I'm going to say exit. I'm going to keep looking around for a minute. Shilkin. What about this Cody Glass fella, man, in Smashville? He's got 88 poise. Wow. Okay. He fits line 2, and he's only got a 1-year deal. So if I was to go for like Cody Glass and then look and see what they had for top 4 defensemen, again, right? You could like maybe make something happen there. Or you go for someone like Yuri Chubasov, pairing 3. He's actually not that great defensively, though. All right, here we go. Who else do we got? Dante Fabro. He's very expensive. Very, very expensive. Very good offensively. Fits pairing 1. I'm not nuts about that. Well, I think we'll have to find a defenseman somewhere else. But Cody Glass. Whoops. We got to go back to... forwards, William Nylander for Cody Glass. They would be over the maximum salary cap. So I think I would have to retain a little bit on William Nylander. I don't mind that because it's only for this year and next year. So it's only $1.5 million. That's not that bad. For a team that generally sits around the cap floor, I'm kind of fine with it. So here we go. Is it going to... No, it's not going to work. All right. I'd have to give them just a little bit more. What about this? No, it's... Oh, that wasn't the guy that I was thinking of. What about Cooper? Does this work? Trade rejected. I'd have to add a sweetener. Man, not a lot of folks really wanting to take on an old man, you know what I mean? Take on William Nylander's contract. But now he's only 6.75, so you're not really taking on that much. So it's going to be tough to move William Nylander, apparently. Oh, man. All right, hold on. What about Hoglander? What was he looking like? No, it's line 4, right? Adrian Kempe's 32, 2-way forward, center left wing, fits line 2. I don't want to trade an old player for an old player, you know what I mean? That's the only thing. Nolan Patrick, center right wing, 2-way forward, fits line 2 in the penalty kill, 1 year, he's 30. So I could get a good couple of years out of him. You know what I mean? Or we could keep going down here where we got Connor Levis or Levi. Is it Connor Levi or Connor Levis? 2-way forward, line 2. There you go. 2.1 million. Young 24-year-old. Or you go for like a Gabe Velarde. Love Gabe Velarde. Really good poise. Nope, I guess not. Connor Levis. He's got, 79 poise. I don't like that. Alex Turcotte is not signed. He fits line 1. Coobs? Oh, he's a left winger. Yeah. Sorry. Derp. What else do we got? JT Miller, left wing / center. Very good center, but he fits line 4. Jared McCann, center. Fits line 4. Luke Cunnin, Kevin LeBanc. So I'm thinking about this guy. Connor Levis. Or Levi's. I don't know what his name is. He's Connor something or other. But yeah, so I could toss in like a Willie Nee. Willie Nee has more value than this guy. What are they over the salary cap again? So if I retain $1.5 million, which I have said before, I'm fine with that. I got no beef retaining $1.5 million, and I'm trading in a 33-year-old player on the decline for a 24-year-old player on the rise. And if I can turn him into something special, that'd be fantablicious. Does it work? No, it doesn't. Even with retained salary and all, again, I'm going to have to give them something extra. Like a 4th round pick, not this year, but next year, still rejected. Gosh darn, what is happening? You guys want a goalie? I'll give you my 7th round pick guy. Rejected. I would have to give you that, like, I'd have to give you like that and a 4th round pick. Trade accepted. There you go. Okay, so William Nylander's contract is off the books. We are floating in money right now. Swimming in frickin' money right now. But I do believe we still need a top 4 defenseman. So, you know what I want? Top 4 defenseman. I'm going to say a defensive defenseman that fits top 4. That's what I'd be looking for. And I know we were looking at Cole Kopstalls, the defensive defenseman. Fits everywhere. 2 years, $1 million. We also got Juha Jokela. What a name. Oh, I like that name. He's 85, but he fits on pairing 3. Eric Chernak. What a beast. We need someone young. What about Justin Bell? 23 years old, 6 foot, 222, 75 poise, but he's a defensive defenseman. Fits everywhere. 4 years, 4.76, medium top 4, and he's young. If we can get him a good season, guy would be a monster. I would totally freaking get Jay Bell on this team. Left D/right D, defensive defenseman, super young, maybe a little overpaid, but I think if we can grow him properly, he won't be. So let's see what we got now. Nolan is absolutely not on the menu at any point in time. What else could we get rid of? I think Bertuzzi looked halfway decent, right? He's a 5th round pick. Doesn't look overly EAFI'd at all. Could I trade them like Kaiga Rodov? Oh my goodness. What if I did Kaiga Rodov and a 3rd round pick this year and I got them to retain a little bit of his salary? I don't know that this would work. I would take him for 3 3/4. That'd be a fantastic deal. Can we do it? No. I'd have to add a little something here. What about 6th and 7th? 2 years from now? I know, I play with my draft picks like they are meaningless. But, I mean, in the grand scheme of things. You know what? Future 2nd. How does that work for you? I would probably want you to retain a little more on him. Like 1 1/4. Could we do it? Rejected. It's the retention. They don't want to retain on him. He's 23 and I'm asking them to retain his salary. You guys are below the floor. Get out of here. Let's see. Come on, man. It's $750,000. Trade rejected. No. Even $500,000. Whatever. Reject. They just don't want to retain on him. So yeah, no retention. We'll do a 3rd instead. See if we can make it work. Kaiga Rodov, trade rejected. Gosh darn, man. All right, so we'll go back to that future 2nd. I think we're going to get fleeced a little on this one, man. Trade accepted. There you go. So we got our defense. We have a new 2nd line center. I kind of like this team, man. If you look at that Justin Bell guy, man, his defensive awareness was kind of unbelievable. So let's go to view contracts. We're still like at the beginning of the free agency period. So there was... Wait, did I end up trading that guy? No, I don't think so, eh? We got Kahn and Kakinen and Gerber. Oh, we did end up trading that goaltender. Okay, so Marcel Bourdon, who was our 7th round pick a couple of 5 or 6 years ago, we did have to put him as part of the trade. Now, what does Connor Levis or Connor Levi want? 5.6 for 6 years. That is really reasonable. And I could get him for a lot less. I would give him 5.2 for 6 years, and that brings him to 30. So, hey, man, that is kind of fantastic. And he wouldn't want much more for 7. He would want under 6 for 8 years. That takes him to 32. But I don't want to do 8 years because it's sketchy to try and guess what people are going to do. And this guy is a two-way forward. He's going to be on the 2nd line, so he's going to put up decent points, and he's going to be my number 1 penalty killer. You know what I mean? So it's this guy's going to have a lot of responsibility right out of the gate. for this team. But I would be totally comfortable offering him a 6-year deal at 5.25. He has some value, even if he doesn't work out. I can flip him for peanuts. It doesn't matter. Jables, I want to look at his career so far. He played for Flint Firebirds, the OHL. In the AHL, he ate steak. He spent 2 years in the AHL where he was pretty good. First year in Calgary, he wasn't bad. Let's see what his minutes have been like, though. 21 minutes in his rookie season and 1942 in his next season. Guy takes some penalties, man. Let's see. Look at his physical. His physical play is easily the best thing about him. He's a bad shooter. He's not great with the puck. But he is strong as an ox, and he has really good shot blocking, really good defensive awareness for an 82 overall. I think he's going to fit in just fine, man. So we got $14.3 million left in cap space, and I think our team is pretty much good to go. So I got Maurice Seider, a defensive partner who, if he fits really well on that second pairing, him and Seider, a two-way forward and a defensive defenseman. I do really like that combination. So I think we should be able to pull off some goodness here. We have offered a contract to Connor Levis. I'm just going to call him that from now on. And otherwise, I think we're pretty much ready to get to next season and then start editing lines. I am like an hour and a half into recording this, though. So as horrible as it sounds, I think I'm going to split this episode into 2 parts. You know what I mean? I think I'm going to split this into 2 parts. I'll do one. Part 1 will be today. It's probably going to be like an hour and a half long. And then part 2, I think I'll have to put up like Tuesday. You know what I mean? As much as I don't want to. It's like, I think we're kind of going to have to here. What else do we got here? Tarasov, Puljujarvi, Seth Jones. That's where you... Fitz top 4. Pionk. Fitz pairing 3. I was going to say that's where you get like a really overpowering player. Or you get like a Tyler Seguin. He doesn't fit anywhere. I was going to say Tyler Seguin at 80 overall. I'm not giving you $5 million. You know what I mean? Anyway, what was I doing? I was going to find a backup goaltender for our AHL team. So what do we got? 24-year-old, 74 overall. Oh, Jaqueezi, Fabian Jaqueezi. What a name. Fringe starter. Baby. 4th round pick by the Edmonton Oilers. Very heavy on the puck play, but he is the greatest name I've ever heard in my entire life. So I'm going to offer him an entry-level deal. Now I'm going to check out very quickly. I'm going to check out our AHL team. I'm going to look at the contracts. I think we have RFAs that we're going to have to come take a look at in a little bit as well. So I'll go in the system. Nikolai Ovechkin. Mikko Peltola, that's his gosh darn name. That was our top 4 guy. So I could trade him, Mikko Peltola. I own his rights. So we got Koltsov, Peterson, Tarvinen. Nolan, where is he? USA. I could bring him up to the AHL this year if I wanted to. He's 73 overall. And I kind of think I want to. But hold on. We're going to go to defenseman. I want to make sure he has like a good spot. So Peltola, I might move on from. I might keep him as a spare or something. It's going to basically be at the end of the season, we're going to see how everyone fits best, and we're just going to go with that. You know what I mean? But otherwise, it's like we've got Koltsov, Peterson, Goddard, Nolan, Tarvinen, Antropov, Lidman. We got a lot of defensemen here, man. We're going to have a lot of spares. You know what I mean? We're going to have a whole lot of spares, man. So what if I traded Peterson away? I could always trade Peterson, keep Peltola. I think I might do that. Maybe I'll just leave Nolan in the minors. But that would give me what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Give me 9 defensemen in the minors. Yeah, I don't know. I might trade Peterson. I don't know that he's ever really going to get there. You know what I mean? So Peterson, I think I'll trade away. So I don't need defense. What do I need on forwards? Purcell would be the number 1 center. So I need at least one frickin', What about Zubov? Valery Zubov, third round pick a year ago. He could very well be in the 70s this year. He's from Russia. So I could bring him up. I think I might. Jan Ozens, center sniper as well. I think I'm going to bring up Zubov, and that's it. And then I'm going to get one more center for the AHL. And then after that, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It would be 8, 9, 10. 10. So I would need a couple forwards for the AHL. I would need like 2 forwards in the AHL. All right. 2 forwards, no defense. Okay, so you always want to have a spare. So I'm going to get 3 forwards, one of them being center, 2-way center, someone who's pretty decent overall. We're going to get someone who's got some frickin', was this Randy Rhodes? Ryan Rhodes. 2-way center. Wow. Nate Danielson, 24-year-old medium top 6 potential center. Look at his defensive awareness and his offensive awareness. This guy's kind of a monster. All right, I'll pick you up, buddy. What if I offer you $1 million? I know Philly likes you. Oh, never mind. He's still an RFA. Rafalski, center, power forward. Okay. 2021. Oh, Jesus. This guy's getting up there, man. So offer contract. I'll offer you a 1-year contract. Marcus McGillney, 23 years old, sniping center. That seems to be like the new cool thing, eh? Those sniping centers. What do we got? Rich Cook. That's oxymoronic. Let's see. 2nd round pick, 2024. Yeah, we'll take a flyer on this kid. Oh my God! When I say down by 3, I mean down by 3. All right, and then we're just gonna go forwards. Find someone. Oh, Ruslan Zikov, low elite sniper, 6th round pick by the Dallas Stars. I like him a lot. I want you for 2 years, and I'll give you $1 million. There you go. How do you like me now? So no defense. We got 5 contracts offered. So let's skip ahead a few days here, just a couple few. They want to give me John Marino and Jakub Zboril for Nickerson and Cooper. You're stoned. Get out of town, buddy. What do we got? Rich Cook, coming to the team. Darcy Rafalski accepts. Okay. Ruslan Zikov accepts. Fabian Jacuzzi accepts. Oh, yeah, we got a team, baby. All right. Connor Levis. There we go. All right. So he decided... Oh, there we go. So he decided to accept our extension, 6 years, 5.25. That's what it was. So I'm going to go to the calendar very quickly, and I'm going to skip ahead until August. We're going to go towards the end of August. We're going to go to our RFAs, and we're going to deal with them. Kelvin Peterson, I meant to trade you. You accepted. Doogie, they want to give us Doogie. I'm not giving you my prospects. No, I'm not giving you my prospects. Matty Tarvinen decided to come back. Reese Flaherty decided to come back. Now we got Koltsov. We're just going to have that one guy to deal with, man. He's the holdout. He's the big holdout. I don't want Doogie. I don't want too many offensive defensemen on this team. This every day and a half thing's got to end. We're getting offered a lot of freaking trades here. I don't want Artem Zub. I don't want Dougie Hamilton. This is year 9. Nikolai Ovechkin, that's what I'm talking about. All right, stop. There we go. So it's August 19th, 2029. We're going to go find our RFAs, which is Nikolai Ovechkin and Mikko Peltola. We have $14.3 million. He wants $3 million for a year. So basically that means I'm going to give you 2 3/4 for 1 year. Nikolai Ovechkin, who had a 35-goal season. I got freaking high hopes for this kid. He wants 1.6 for 1 year. 2.1 for 2, 2.3, 2.4, 2.9, 3.1. I could get him for 8 years if I give him like $4 million a year. Oh, man. No, you know what? I'm kind of tempted to, though. I don't want to do that. It's so cheap to do that. You know what I mean? So you know what? I'm going to give him... I don't want to sign him 1 year. It's cheap as hell, but I don't want to sign him for 1 year. What if I did 2? 2 years, 1.95. Really, really cheap contract. You know what I mean? All right. So if we sign both of these guys, that's like $4 million off the cap. So we still have $10 million left. If somebody's not working out, we could spend, man. We could spend some cash. Nickerson, August 22nd. Nikolai Ovechkin is in. Mikko Peltola is in. We have got a team. There we go, baby. So what we're going to do is we're going to simulate to like, we are going to simulate to like September 13th. As per usual, we're going to get our lines all figured out. If there's anyone else that we're going to have to move, we will move them. You know what I mean? We'll figure it all out. We'll go from there. And then we'll edit our lines. We'll get our team all set up. We got William Nylander is officially gonzo. As a buyer, anything short of the Stanley Cup is considered a failure. They are thinking we're a playoff team. That's what they're thinking. Okay, set captains. Connor Bedard as the assistant. Jermaine Trotter as an assistant. And they got Sergachev as the assistant captain. I'm relatively fine with this. Jermaine Trotter has been our captain for a lot of years. He became our captain at, what was he, like 22, 23, something like that? So we get Trotter, Bedard, Ovechkin. Apparently that works quite well. Not as well as this, though. So that's a left winger. That's also a left winger. You're a center. I think I'm going to put Trotter over here, and I'm going to put Rylan Austin over here. So what do they have here? It's Rylan Austin. Oh, my. Levis, you're breaking my heart, baby. If we did something like this. Rylan Austin, he's a decent face-off guy. He could be the center for that second line. He really could. We would have to figure something. I think it's Alex Nylander that doesn't work here. Not putting Rylan Austin on the third line. It's not going to happen. Ryan Donato. So what do we need? Rossi kind of fits everywhere. Two-way forward. Power forward. We need like a playmaker. You know what I mean? So if we had, that'd be a +1 anyway. So we need I want a playmaker down here. Either a playmaker or like another two-way forward. What about like Shane Pinto? Well, that works a little better. Alex Nylander is kind of the odd man out. I don't mind if we only have a +1 on the fourth line. That doesn't really hurt my feelings too much. I like Greenway. He is getting up there, though. You know what I mean? He's good defensively, but he's getting up there. He's not expensive, though. Now, we got Jackie Boy Roslovic for 4 more years. What if I moved him to the wing and looked for a 3C? You know what I mean? So what do we got scratched? Heinola and Peyton Harper is actually like good to go, but he doesn't fit anywhere. Ville Heinola fits kind of everywhere. I do want to take a quick look here. We got Sergachev and Seider. Nah. We're going to go Sergachev, Valimaki, Moritz Seider, Justin Bell. They got Mikko Peltola, who doesn't fit. Maxim Koltsov, who doesn't fit. So Mikko Peltola is probably going to end up being our spare. Max Koltsov, we can probably move on from him. That says that he's trash there. What do we got? Oh, if only that worked. I'm not putting Jables down there. But Ville Heinola fits relatively well there. And Peyton Harper doesn't fit horribly either. Do we have anyone that fits better on that third pairing? Two-way defender. Wait, hold on. I got to look again. Terribly? Slightly less terribly? Oh, man. So which one do you got to keep Peltola, man? Got to keep Peltola. He could be a big flipping. It's like I don't want to put Moway down here. And then put like not Koltsov, but put Mikko out here with Justin Bell. Then put Seider down here. I don't really want to do that. You know what I mean? He fits better down there, but that's gross. I would have to give Moritz Seider absurd special teams time just to keep him happy. You know what I mean? It's like I could make it work. In net, we got my boy Rocky Khan, who grew a little bit. We are definitely going to need a team to help him out here. And Capo Kakinen, he's 33. He's fallen off the map a little bit. So, as much as I'm not a huge fan of it, I kind of want to put Connor Levis on that top line. Because I have wanted for quite a while to take Connor Bedard and move him off the center spot. So I feel like he'll do better if he's not a center. You know what I mean? But we need to move Alex Nylander. And we need to get ourselves a third line playmaking center or a third line, say, power forward center or something. So that's what we're going to go look at. High top 9. He's really EAified though. Nicholas Moeller. Two-way, fits nowhere. Westgarth, 19 years old. Power forward, fits line 3. Wow. Cameron Westgarth. And he's very snipey. Super snipey. And he's a decent center. You know what? I think I'll go for this kid. We're going to trade Alex Nylander for this guy, Westgarth. There you go. A lot of new faces here, man. So, Ali Nee, we're going to get you gone, baby. And I think I could probably take home, what do we think? Might be able to take home a third-round pick on top of him for Ali Nee. Trade rejected. It's not going to be a third-round pick, at least not this year. I could probably pick one up for next year, maybe. No, we can't. Damn. All right, what do we got? Maybe a 4th-round pick next year. Alex Nylander has a lot of value. He had 60 points on the third line last year, but he just doesn't fit. Trade accepted. Okay, so Westgarth, we should be good to go with Westgarth taking over. What is he not there? Oh, he's probably way down here. Yeah, there he is, 81. He's just a kid. Like, that's so nuts. All right, let's see where he fits. Regardless of what happens, I mean... Oh, I like it. Boom, +1. There you go. I am totally satisfied with that. Westgarth, the best thing about him is he's 19. He's got good stats, total eclipse. He's good at goalie screening, great deflector. 2 years left on an entry-level deal. Like I said, though, the thing is, I am going to 100% have to put Moritz Seider on like some absurd special teams. He's going to have to get a ton of minutes because I'm playing him on the third pairing with Ville Heinola. But I do like Mikko Peltola. He is an unbelievable offensive player. And then put him beside Justin Bell, who is an unbelievable defensive player. Very EAified stats, but he's very good. And then in net, we got Rocky Khan, who is a legitimate starting goaltender now on a really, really good contract. So I very quickly do want to look at the AHL lines, and then I think we're pretty much going to call it for this first part of year 9. So we'll figure out what we're doing. Maxim Koltsov, no. Peyton Harper, which one fits better? I think they're very similar. Koltsov is about a third of that bottom pairing. He's maybe a quarter of it. So Peyton Harper fits even worse. But he's only 20. I think neither of them really fit the bill, man. So what do we got down here? We got a lot of scratch players. So we'll go to starting lineups where Cody Cooper, very EAified on that top line. Ville Ylönen, 4th round pick, playmaking center. Gustavs Gogolev, Malachi Nickerson, good old sniper, man. Rich Cook, Cody Calvert, Ruslan Zikov from the Dallas Stars, Darcy Rafalski, Jorge Purcell, Brian Dalton, Valery Zubov, Reese Flaherty. On defense, we got Joey Hamilton. What is he again? Medium top 6. Howie Goddard, 3rd round pick from the Snow a couple years back. Slav Antropov, 27th overall pick 3 years ago. Calvin Peterson, all right. Matty Tarvainen. And Manny Kobasu. All right, what do we got in net? Leon Gerber, 24 years old. He is officially a backup goaltender in the NHL. And my boy Fabian Jacuzzi. I love that name. Don't even know Don't think I've ever heard of anybody who has a name even remotely similar to that, but we got a lot of people scratched. We are going to have to think about this. We're going to have to think about this, man. Like my boy Tuomas Lume, 6th round pick. I love this guy for whatever reason. All right, anyway, yeah, I'm going to deal with some special teams and whatnot. This has run on long enough, so I think I'm going to call it for the day. This is what our lines are going to look like for year 9. I know it looks like we maybe took a little bit of a step back, and maybe we did, but I think when you try to go way too overpowering of a team, you try to make a team that's disgustingly overpowering, I feel like sometimes that hurts you a lot. So I feel like it's going to be more important to put together guys that do work well together, guys that make sense together, put together a team that can just play a solid game, right? Anyway, my voice is completely trashed. That's going to do it for me for this one. I will be back on Tuesday with part 2 where we will do the regular season and the playoffs, should we be so lucky to make it. Oh, man. Anyway, that's going to do it for me for this one. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you haven't already. There's new videos coming all the freaking time. And until next time, you beautiful melon farmers, have a good one.